This is the screencast for Lesson 16 in Stephen's C# 24-Hour Trainer. This lesson talks about arrays and collection classes, and in this try it we're going to use a dictionary class to build a very simple lookup application. So here's the program I built. This just is the user interface. It doesn't have any code behind it. The idea is the user will enter an order ID and some numbers, some items in here, and click Add. That will add this order ID and those items to a dictionary using the order ID as the key. The order ID is going to be a number. These items are going to be a multi-line string. If the user then enters an order ID here and clicks Find, the program will find that item, that order, and display its numbers here. And finally, if the user enters an order ID and some text here and clicks Update, it will update the text for that order ID. So let's get started. Now, all three of these methods are going to need to access the same dictionary, so we need to create that dictionary out here at the field level so that they can all see it. So here's the dictionary. I'm going to call it, it's a dictionary. Its data types are going to be the data type of the key, I'm going to make that an int, and the data type of the values that we're storing, that's a string. I'm going to call it orders, and set it equal to a new dictionary. If I press Control Space, you can see IntelliSense knows that this thing is supposed to be a dictionary of int, comma, string, so it gives me that option. So I'll press Tab and take that, and then because we're creating a new object, I still need parentheses and a semicolon. So by the time this button executes, I've already got my dictionary created, although it may not have anything in it. So let's add an item. So I'm just going to say orders.add. First I need the key, and it has to be an integer. You'll notice from IntelliSense that this is strongly typed as an integer, so that's all I can add here. So I'm going to say int.parse because I'm getting the value from a text box. Order ID text box. Order ID, there it is, dot text. And then for the value that I want to associate with it, whatever's in the other text box. That's the items text box dot text. So that takes care of that. And then I'm just going to prepare the form for the next order so the user can type quickly. I'm going to say order ID text box dot clear, items text box dot clear, and I'll set focus to the order ID text box. For convenience, I also set the add button is the form's accept button. So if the user just types values in and presses enter, that'll add the item and put focus back here so it's easy to add the next item. Alright, so that's it for the add button. Let's do the find button next. Here I need to get the order ID. So I'm going to create an integer variable. I'll call it order ID equals int.parse whatever's in the order ID text box. And then now I'm going to use that as an index into the orders dictionary. I'm going to take whatever is in there and put it in the items text box. So items text box.text equals orders of the order ID. So we take whatever the user typed for the order ID and turn it into an int. Then I can use that as an index into this orders dictionary. When you do that, what it does is it returns the value that's associated with that index. And then I'm going to display that in the text box. So that much is pretty easy. And then finally, update. What I need to do is find the existing item and replace its value. Its order ID is going to stay the same, but its value is going to change. So I need to get the order ID that the user entered again. So we'll just parse that text box value again. And then now I'm going to say orders of the order ID. So I'm using that as an index. And I just cannot spell order ID. Equals the new value. That's whatever's in the items text box. So not only can you use this syntax, orders bracket, the order ID to get a value, but you can also use it on the left side of the equal sign to set a value. So let's give this a try. I'm going to use simple order IDs so I can remember them. So order ID 1 is going to be a popsicle, spelled wrong. And I'll add that. Order 2 is going to be a cookie and a sandwich. I'll add that. Now let's go back and find order number 1. There's our popsicle, probably still spelled wrong. If I go to order ID 2, there's our cookie and our sandwich. Now I'm going to change order ID 1. I'm going to make this be ice cream. I'll click update, and it updated the value. How can we tell that? Well, let's go find item 2 again to get these cleared out, and then find item 1. And now we can see its new value, ice cream. You could also add a delete button here if you wanted to remove items from the dictionary. I'll leave that to you.